From Cerbat Lanes and Kingman, we're here for the title matches of today's JBT event, a rematch of the Scratch Division TPC as Sorel Cardenas taking on Matthew Garrett. In handicap, this guy finished up in third and this guy beat him. That's Jacob Ellis looking for his first career title, going against another guy looking for win number one, Seth Stovall, sitting there on camera. The handicap difference over here is 16. Stovall's got to win the match by 16, tie 17 to win.
Carry something.
Sorel trying to tip that 10 out there. Does not. They both struck in the first frame. So we bowled on Great Wall of China today. That's 48 feet. It played very long in the middle, but we've also been bowling for almost 7 hours at this point. The bowlers are trying desperately to keep it in that little strip of oil that's deep inside, and that's all that's left on the lane. If they get it right of that, it's going to grab at the arrows. So what was once a very wide open shot is now a lot more challenging, as you kind of have a very limited place to play. Definitely the lane dictating where to go. Sorel, a 16-time champ. Yeah, I would too. I'd go for it. Good eye. Sorel did a little backup ball, but his backup ball never done backed up. I think he thought that was going to hook quite a bit more than it did. Instead, it's an early miss. And an early opportunity for Garrett to grab a lead here. Very true. Sorel's been at or near the lead most of the day, qualified first to plus 180, and held on to that lead all throughout match play, winning all 3 of his games, shooting, 706 to do so. First look on camera at Stovall from the Vegas area. Opened in the second after a first frame strike, and gets them all down there in the third. I know Seth has been working very hard on his game with Coach Phil up in Vegas, and nice to see the hard work pay some dividends for him here.
Oh! Randy Peterson.
I'll be right back.
I don't believe it! I don't believe it! Pretty good, pretty good, pretty good earning right there. Thank you. All right. Welcome to the show, Matthew Garrett. Pretty better for that to be early as well. Stovall, yet another two-hander. So you get at least 40% of our kids. I think he actually curls that thumb in the ball a la Sorel, doesn't he? We'll have to watch that a little closer. There's different two-handed releases, just like there are.
Thumb in the ball.
Well, he used to. Maybe he does that different times to attack different patterns too.
Yeah. Well, you can't throw it backwards with a thumb, so.
Well, that's true.
That's painful.
Unless he's made of butterfrist. Which you all might be. There's different ways to two-hand it, just like there's different ways to one-hand it. Sometimes people put just the first knuckle of the thumb in, which I think from back here that's what he's actually doing. Either way, it's a nice cover. Contrasting to all these two-handed styles we have of a very traditional game of Garrett. Down and in is his A game. He's just trying to throw a rocket around between third and fourth arrow. Oh!
Wow.
So he hit that remaining strip of oil with like 1.5 revs on that ball and barely got the 8-10 out. But that's the difference. He's going to be able to control the pocket a lot better. I'm sorry, Matthew, I call him like I see him. He's going to be able to control the pocket a lot easier than the higher rev rate players are.
But then we'll see a lot more almost 8-10s.
But yeah, well, that's the give and take of bowling. If you can combine the power and the accuracy, you win every time. Nice shot from Cardenas. As you see his... Well, on that ball... So Sorel, there's another way to prevent the ball from hooking. Just don't hit the lane. Just throw it 60 feet down the lane. Hunter's won a couple titles lately with really a lot of loft. Sorel doing that at least on the right-hand lane. He didn't do it as much on the left-hand lane last time.
Yeah.
Definitely a technician of the game. He'll play first arrow on one lane and sixth on the other if it works for him.
Don't quite think the left-hand lane is hooking as much as the right lane. I think Sorel's also getting the ball further right down lane than Matthew.
Yes. Another slightly tricky spare for Seth to shoot at. Seth, for his part, qualified first today at plus 235. Did most of his damage in qualifying, 2 plus 215, only plus 20 the rest of the way. And he's had to wait an hour for this match, so the lanes have been changing on him. We'll have to see if he can make enough of an adjustment to stay with Ellis. Cerbat goes with loft on the left-hand lane and scatters the pins.
Wow.
It's all about getting that ball to turn the corner at the end. If that ball faces up like that, he's going to strike a lot. If it's still laboring trying to turn over, that's when he leaves those half-tens.
You could also, if you get your ball too far right, it'll just die, and then you'll end up getting like 5.
Uh-huh. All variables on this pattern. Something a little flatter tomorrow for the scratch-only event. Gentle hint, they'll usually be hard when it's scratch-only. So you can grind out some match play wins. Garrett leads by just 2 pins. Can re-extend to 12 if he can double up there in the 4th.
Good shot.
Yeah, nice shot there. Still all in his 6th.
Ooh,
Yikes.
4-9 for Seth.
Not getting a lot of love, and his body language tells the story there. That was a pretty good ball. And just
I've actually seen a lot of 4-9s today.
on those long patterns, you can cave in 4-9s pretty well. But,
I looked at 4-9 today, Jeff.
did you make it, Elias?
No.
It's the voice of Elias O'Holler in your hair and there off to the right. Makeable split there. Let's see if he gives it a run.
Ooh. Too far left. Definitely went for it, though. Good effort.
Well, you figure he's got to make up 16 pins, and he was down by a little bit scratch, so not a bad time to go for it. He only lost a pin account. Pretty 2 balls from Garrett there. Make it a 22 pin lead, which Cerbat can eliminate if he can continue to strike.
Are you trying to get back up to 3 rounds?
The old fast 8 from Jacob.
Oh, we're trying to get to 5?
Garrett is perturbed about my 1.5 revs comment. He's showing me now.
Oh, Cerbat did not look like he liked it.
No.
Oh,
He pulled up at the foul line. That was indicative of a tug. Tug it was. 6 it is.
definitely a makeable spare, though.
Absolutely. I'd say that's a 60-40 conversion for him. Nice spare from Ellis, too, by the way.
But on this.
Yeah.
Oh, Snorlax ball. Nope.
Oh, Snorlax lets him down. Very rare.
Too much 3-pin on that one.
Jacob has been knocking on the door of the finals for quite a while. Nice to see him break through for a career high performance here.
Oh!
Great time for that break, right in the 1-1 pocket, and the schnoz shot. It's all down. His reaction tells the story there. Well, Cerbat trails by a bunch now. That's left.
Definitely inside a shot.
Yeah, or maybe game 2 of the tournament that backs up all the way and trips at 4 now, not nearly enough to get that ball in line.
Yeah, Cerbat's been deep all day. Hasn't really had to move off that spot.
If you can, as a power player, stay left of everybody else and still get the ball to face up, you can kind of park yourself there most of the day.
Got it. Happy.
I always get a couple good reactions out of Cardenas, win or lose. That was a sarcastic thumbs up. Matthew only with those 2 titles, but he has been a threat for a good solid 2 years now on tour. He has a chance to really pile them up this season as he has gained experience, the confidence of a major win. Stovall with a big opportunity to double here. This is the 8th frame already. Oh, everything wiggling. The 2-5 not falling. He continues to give the shrug body language. He's got to stay positive. These handicap matches change in a heartbeat.
Matthew can do this around the goal right now.
Matthew can end it with 2 more, really. Oh!
Get fancy.
That is a great break for. Followed up by a terrible break from Seth. So Seth chops the 2 off the 5, and Matthew, to get the 10 pin to tap from there is really a tremendous break.
Yeah.
That half 10's more than not if he puts it there every time, but instead it falls. It's a 4-bagger and a huge lead. Jacob just trying to mark at this point.
And that's a good way to do it.
You can see everything is bothering Seth. When Seth goes back and watches this video, it's as much a mental thing here right now. He just saw Jacob trip out everything except that wiggly 2, and even on the bench, even on the bench, he was given the the body language of, oh, where's my kind of break? You gotta put the good and the bad out in order to make the best shots that you can. I'm sure Phil will tell him that too. Ellis, meanwhile, he kind of just does his thing.
Assuming Matthew makes his 7 pin, he will have about a 47 pin lead on Cerel.
I'll take it.
But he's still got 3 more frames, and 47 pins is a lot faster than it makes it.
It's amazing in bowling. Well, everything going Ellis's way. Jacob Seth gives another shrug.
Yeah, Matthew.
When it's your first time in the finals, even a loss, you gain a ton of experience.
Solid 3.
All it does is make you tougher for the next time.
Wow.
Wow.
Ah, that's the Seth Stowell we saw all day long. Ah, there you go. You see the difference in his body at the point of the release. When he left that 3-7 combo in that lane that you pulled up before the ball was even off his forearm, that time he posted that follow through. It's a clear
Cerel's one
sign.
of the best at posting shots on tour.
Oh, it's so pretty when he gets on a roll and just does it game after game after game.
Apparently not.
Yeah, just not the game Seth was looking for. Half his face might be covered, but I can register the disgust on the rest of it. Disappointing finish for him, but it's still a spectacular day to get that far. Cerel pretty much a must strike. No!
Oh!
What a time for a ring 10. Yikes.
Been a lot of 10 pins today.
Junior Elite is a big and getting bigger lead out in the league out in the West Valley of Phoenix, and a lot of shake, 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 shake. That Cardenas, da 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 da. 10th frame open doesn't matter at all. He's through a 180 scratch game. That's excellent for him. That's plenty to win title number 1. Up, and Joshua Carlson is the coronation has begun. Yeah. That's awesome. Very cool.
Oh, it's yours. You won.
Wear your crown, King.
Wear the crown. No paid promotion.
Garrett, it's a matter of filling frames here. If he does so, Cerel cannot catch him.
Big strike. Got it, wow.
So again, I swear I wasn't picking on him for the lower rev rate. I'm just stating the fact. That helps him here. He's still able to get that ball to push through the middle, where Cerel is just fighting it left and right side. Matt can shimmy his way to victory. He can actually afford an open at this point. He could afford 2 on the count, right? 9 out is what? 187, 196, 205. Yeah, he can afford that. That's a good spot to be in when you're playing Cerel Cardenas. Sorry? I have no idea.
It was Under Armour.
Let's see if it gets found.
Oh!
Well,
I don't know if it matters at this point.
no, it literally doesn't.
Who did?
game 8 out. That's 187, 195. Sorrell's got 202 max. So if he happens to whiff this completely and Sorrell strikes out, he would need 8 pins on 2 balls.
It'd be a bad time to leave a Greek church.
It would. Strange things have happened over 25 years, I guess.
Or 4th of the day.
I should certainly have learned to never say never. I think it's more likely that he makes this than that if he whiffs this.
Yeah.
Actually, I would just get the 1 in this spot. Carry on.
And you got the 1.
Oh, Matthew. Absolutely. Sorrell will not concede this match. He's too seasoned a veteran for that. He's going to try his hardest to get the to get the back. Wow.
Wow.
Sorrell missed an arrow and a half left, and instead it backs up all the way and still turns over enough to solid 9. Eek.
It's amazing when you almost get a good break and
That hit that hit Mongolia. That was. Snorlax will cover the spare, but it's all for show. Hate to say it, we're not going to be able to find out, but he might have found something jumping in even deeper.
Yeah.
There's enough volume left on the left side that we might have played some crazy Belmo angle and actually created a lot of room. It's kind of what he's trying again. There was a couple shows, and I have no idea what the patterns were, but where Belmo would get an arrow left of the other 2 Anders and just do some sick angle. And it
I
worked
to watch
fine.
him at the end of qualifying.
Oh, I'm sure. I remember watching him at the plaza where he stood off the actual approach. Walked on the linoleum.
Oh.
Yeah. I'm telling you, he accidentally found something by missing that far left.
Yeah. Too late though.
Definitely.
Bummer.
190 was not a bad game. The 212 by Matthew earlier was the highest game up to this point. Try a little backup. Well, he's got every lane, every line, every degree of rotation. And a 16-time champ, he's gonna have to swallow another runner-up finish. He's got a lot of them, as most big winners do, but man, they're frustrating.
Oh, there we go.
So Garrett was still trying, and he ended up going open. I mean, this could have changed on its ear. What's that? We're going to do about 10:30 tonight. So I'm going to do the averages first and all the points. I'm going to go have a beer, and we'll come back. Does that sound good? All right. I'll make it anyway. Yeah! Do make it anyway. Showing off on a Saturday night. So he wins his 3rd title, 2nd of the season. Yes, you do. Ooh, proud. So never mind about that open part as he converts that 4-9, ends up shooting 216. That's the high game on this step ladder, so tricky pair, and Matthew Garrett survives and earns the W. Great job. Thanks so much to everybody here at Kingman for hosting us. We'll do it all over again. Scratch action tomorrow. Hey, there's the girls' scratch winner. There we go.
There's still a girls' scratch match?